Buy a house in Normandy for just $89,000 with fireplaces, terraces, and countryside views. I've picked 9 properties starting at the lowest price and going up to around $160,000, and the last one is not what you'd expect for that budget. Some need a bit of work, others are ready to move in. I'll show you exactly which is which. We're focusing on what matters: space, condition, setting, and what your money really gets you. We're starting in Orne, quiet, rural, and where prices are lowest. Let's get into it. We open in the Orne department, deep in the Norman bocage, that ancient patchwork of hedgerow-divided fields and stone villages that defines the interior of Lower Normandy. Montsecret-Clairefougère sits right in the heart of it, small, quiet, and still equipped with a village shop. $89,100, 76,000 euros for a classic stone house built exactly as the word implies: stone facade, terrace, covered patio, village setting, the kind of exterior that makes people stop scrolling and start calculating. The living area is 104 square meters, about 1,119 square feet, and it is sold furnished. Ground floor, a beautiful entrance of 5.5 square meters, roughly 59 square feet, a living room and kitchen with fireplace at 28 square meters, roughly 301 square feet, a hallway with laundry and storage, a separate toilet, a bathroom of 5 square meters, about 54 square feet, and a covered patio of 14 square meters, about 151 square feet. Upstairs, a bedroom of 18 square meters, about 194 square feet, and a second of 13 square meters, roughly 140 square feet. On the second floor, a large room of 18 square meters, about 194 square feet, that according to the listing can be quickly converted into a third bedroom or office. 3 bedrooms, a fireplace, a terrace, a covered patio, 104 square meters of Norman stone house, furniture included, in a village with a shop, for $89,100. No major renovations described. According to the listing, this is a property you can actually move into. Furniture staying, fireplace working, village life on the doorstep, and the best part is, a furnished stone house with a working fireplace and rooftop views of Norman terracotta under $90,000 is an opening that sets the whole tone for this list. The next one adds a recently redone roof, mains drainage, and a courtyard for less than $5,000 more. $93,800 and it's 80,000 euros. A traditional townhouse with a courtyard at the heart of a Norman village. And this one makes its case through infrastructure quality. Ground floor, kitchen, living room, shower room, separate toilet. First floor, 2 bedrooms. Outside, a courtyard, giving you genuine exterior space in a village center. The listing states the roof and roof insulation have recently been redone, a significant detail because a fresh roof means you're not walking into a weather problem. And it's a real investment that protects the whole structure. Connected to mains drainage, electric radiators throughout. Energy performance, rated D for consumption and B for greenhouse gas emissions, giving you a transparent picture of running costs. Now, the listing is lighter on interior specification than the stone house, so standard advice applies. Verify the full condition documentation before committing, but a recently re-roofed Norman townhouse with a courtyard and mains drainage at $93,800 is the practical argument made clearly. And the best part is, a property with a fresh roof in a village center with outdoor space under $94,000 is the kind of low-drama ownership that people who've renovated once before specifically look for. The next one goes to 3 floors, adds a spiral staircase, beam ceilings, a pergola, and countryside views. Quick Normandy note, the region averages roughly 2,000 hours of sunshine per year. Not the south of France, but significantly more than most of northern Europe, and the mild maritime climate means winters are genuinely manageable. Cider, Calvados, Camembert, Mont Saint-Michel, the culture runs deep, the food markets run year-round, and Paris is 2 hours away when you need it. Back to the list. $111,800 and 94,900 euros. A beautiful Normandy house set over 3 floors, and this one earns its place through architectural character that the previous 2 simply don't have. The ground floor has an open-plan kitchen and dining room. A spiral staircase leads to a spacious lounge. The top floor features exposed wooden beams. Authentic Norman character according to the listing, not decorative. Outside, a terrace, a pergola, and a sunroom, plus a bedroom with ensuite shower room. The listing describes it as perfect for relaxed evenings taking in surrounding countryside views, and between the sunroom, the pergola, and the terrace, the outdoor living infrastructure here is the strongest we've seen so far. Now, the listing doesn't itemize every room's condition in full, so verify the complete documentation before committing. But no major renovation flags are raised, and the character features, beams, spiral staircase, multiple outdoor spaces are all already in place. And the best part is, a 3-floor Norman house with genuine beam character, a sunroom, and countryside views for $111,800 is the kind of listing that doesn't stay available long. New leader on character. But the next one adds a plot of almost 29,000 square feet of French countryside land, and that changes the outdoor conversation entirely. Now we transition into Seine Maritime, and the tone shifts again. This is Northern Normandy's more open, more connected side, defined by wide agricultural plateaus and proximity to major coastal cities. The famous white chalk cliffs line the coast here, giving the region a distinct visual identity that feels almost cinematic. Towns are larger, infrastructure is stronger, and daily life feels a bit faster without losing the Norman character. Architecturally, you'll see more brick alongside stone, and more urban layouts compared to the countryside sprawl. It's also where proximity to Rouen and Le Havre starts to matter in real, practical terms. For buyers, this often means better connectivity without a dramatic jump in prices. It's a balanced version of Normandy living. We move specifically to Étretat, one of the most recognizable coastlines in all of France. At 400 meters from the beach and the town's shops, this is not a countryside compromise. This is a character house in one of Normandy's most visited and visually iconic locations. $291,000, 249,000 euros for a 7-room maison de caractère across 3 levels, with a full basement, 4 bedrooms, and 136 square meters, roughly 1,560 square feet of living space. The layout from the listing: on the ground floor, an entrance hall leading to a living room and dining room, a kitchen with exterior access, and a shower room with WC. The central staircase, described as a genuine architectural feature, takes you to the first floor where there are 2 large bedrooms, a bathroom with WC, and a toilet room with balcony. The second floor adds 2 more bedrooms, 2 dressing rooms, and a WC. Below all of it, a full cave of 50 square meters, south and west facing. No garage, but 3 separate WCs and a balcony. Now, the listing is direct about this. The whole house needs renovation work. That's not buried in the small print, it's the central premise. The old world features are all there: parquet floors, fireplaces, original woodwork. But the house is priced as a project, and it should be treated as one. Budget accordingly and get a full assessment of what that renovation scope actually means before committing. And the argument here is location. Unambiguously, Étretat is not a sleepy village. It's a destination, which means this works as a primary residence, a serious secondary home, or an investment play in a market with consistent demand. A 4-bedroom character house, 400 meters from the cliffs and the shore, with original architectural detail and room to shape entirely to your vision, for $291,000 is the kind of entry point into coastal Normandy that doesn't come without a catch. The catch here is renovation. Whether that's a problem or an opportunity depends entirely on what you're coming in to do. $121,600, 103,900 euros. A townhouse in the heart of Bolbec, completely renovated according to the listing. Ground floor, living room open to a recent fitted and equipped kitchen, bathroom, separate toilet. First floor, 2 bright bedrooms. Outside, a southwest facing terrace with open views of the city, plus a garden shed, completely renovated. Recent kitchen, southwest terrace with city views. According to the listing, this is a property you can actually move into without a list in your hand. No name compromises, no flagged items, no major renovations. It's not a museum, it's real life. A renovated Norman townhouse with a terrace and city views for $122,200. And the best part is, Bolbec between Rouen and Le Havre means you have a major city and a major port within easy reach. Real connectivity for remote workers, for buyers who need international travel access, for anyone who wants a French base that functions as a home from day one. The next one stays in Bolbec, adds a double garage and an enclosed private garden, and goes detached. $151,400, meaning 129,400 euros. A characterful renovated detached house in Bolbec. The house, living room with pellet stove open to a fitted and equipped kitchen, 2 bedrooms, shower room with toilet. Outside, a double garage, and an enclosed garden of 170 square meters, about 1,830 square feet with a terrace. Detached, double garage, enclosed private garden, pellet stove meaning heating is already sorted. According to the listing, described as ideal for a first purchase or rental investment, and the logic is obvious. It's a complete move-in ready package with double parking, private outdoor space, and a heating system in place. No major renovations described. Before property 7, we step into the Pays de Bray. This is a geological pocket within Normandy that feels noticeably different. Softer terrain, richer soil, and a landscape shaped by dairy farming and orchards. The architecture leans into timber framing and farmhouse layouts, giving it a more rustic, lived-in identity. It's quieter than the coastal and urban zones, but not isolated. Roads connect it efficiently to surrounding regions. There's a strong agricultural rhythm here, and that shows in how properties are spaced and structured. Buyers who know Normandy tend to specifically seek this area out. It doesn't advertise itself loudly, but it delivers consistency and authenticity. It's the kind of place you understand better the longer you stay. $151,800, 129,700 euros, a lovely farmhouse in Gournay-en-Bray with a ground floor entrance, a living room of approximately 35 square meters, about 377 square feet, a kitchen, bathroom, and separate toilet. First floor, landing, 2 bedrooms, storage, outside, a garage, 2 terraces, and an enclosed garden described as landscaped and entirely out of sight from the road. PVC double-glazed windows throughout, roof confirmed in good condition according to the listing. Now, the listing notes that refreshment is needed in the bathrooms, which is the one honest qualifier here. Light cosmetic work, not a structural issue. Name it, budget it, done. And the best part is a 35 square meter living room in a Norman farmhouse with 2 terraces, a private landscaped garden hidden from the road, a garage, and a confirmed good roof for $152,800 is a privacy and space argument that the Bolbec properties genuinely cannot compete with. And when you start to imagine how that space actually lives day to day, it becomes even clearer. That 35 square meter living room isn't just a number. It's flexibility. It's the ability to define separate zones without compromise. A seating area, a dining space, maybe even a quiet corner for reading or work. The terraces extend that usability outward, creating seasonal living space that doesn't require additional investment. Morning light on one side, late afternoon sun on the other. Small details, but they shape how a property feels over time. And the fact that the garden is entirely out of sight from the road adds something that's difficult to price, but easy to value: complete visual privacy. No passing traffic, no casual visibility, just a contained, usable exterior that belongs entirely to the property. Now we shift into the department, and the atmosphere softens again. This is Seine Valley territory, greener, more wooded, and defined by gentle elevation rather than open exposure. The river influences everything here, from the climate to the layout of towns and villages. It's also one of the closest parts of Normandy to Paris, which subtly shapes demand without pushing prices too far. At least not yet. Properties here often balance accessibility with that classic Norman feel. Architecturally, you'll still see brick and timber, but often with slightly more refined layouts. It's a transitional zone between rural and connected living. For many buyers, that balance is exactly the appeal, and that proximity to Paris, even if indirect, quietly changes how properties function. Weekend use becomes realistic. Commuting, at least occasionally, becomes possible. Local infrastructure tends to be just a bit more developed, better road access, more consistent services, slightly stronger resale dynamics. It's not dramatic, but it's noticeable. You feel it in how villages are maintained, in how properties are positioned, in the subtle layering between countryside calm and practical connectivity. It's a different rhythm, but one that still stays firmly within that slower Norman pace. $155,000 to 132,400 euros. The authentic Normandy brick house here, at 57 square meters, about 614 square feet, described in the listing as well laid out. A living room of 24 square meters, about 258 square feet, with a wood stove, a fully fitted and equipped American kitchen, a bathroom with walk-in shower, a separate toilet, and a bedroom with parquet flooring. The listing flags insulation for the bedroom as the one remaining item. Outside, Enclosed land of 1,536 square meters, about 16,534 square feet, an open garage with electricity. And the best part is, this kind of transparent, one-task listing is exactly what experienced buyers look for because clarity reduces risk. When a listing identifies a single remaining improvement, insulation in one room, it defines the scope immediately. There's no ambiguity, no hidden layers to uncover. You can quantify it, plan it, execute it, and everything else is already in place. Functional layout, finished kitchen, heating via wood stove, usable outdoor space. At 57 square meters, efficiency matters, and here, the layout carries that weight. No wasted corridors, no awkward divisions, just a compact footprint that works as intended. And the land at over 1,500 square meters shifts the equation again. It's not just a house, it's space around the house, which at this level is often where real value accumulates over time. Final transition, Southern Manche, near Brittany. This is where Normandy begins to blend with its neighboring region, both culturally and visually. The pace is steady, the towns are functional, and the countryside stretches in long, quiet lines. There's less tourism pressure here, which keeps prices grounded. Market towns act as hubs, giving you access to everything you need without relying on larger cities. Architecturally, you'll find practical, spacious homes built for real use rather than display. It's a working landscape, and that practicality shows in the properties. For buyers, it often means more space for the money, and that's exactly how this list closes. There's also a certain directness to properties in this part of the region. They don't try to impress through detail. They deliver through scale and structure. Materials are solid, layouts are generous, and the emphasis is on utility. That often creates opportunities, because while finishes may lag slightly behind more touristic areas, the underlying asset, space, volume, configuration, is already there, and that's the part that's hardest to create later. You can update surfaces, modernize systems, refine interiors, but square meters, ceiling height, and structural presence, those come with the property or they don't. $160,700, 137,000 euros. A French townhouse here, and the listing is up front. It needs some refreshing, and then immediately tells you what you get. 200 square meters, about 2,153 square feet, a large garage, and a patio. Ground floor, a large entrance hall, marble staircase, office, wood storage, and a 60 square meter garage. First floor, a living room of 46 square meters with a 4-meter ceiling, a kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and a 115 square meter terrace. Second floor, 3 bedrooms, and a 38 square meter room, 5 bedrooms, scale, structure, presence. And it's that combination, particularly the ceiling height and room proportions, that defines the experience of the space. A 46 square meter living room with 4-meter ceilings doesn't just feel large, it feels architectural. Light moves differently. Sound carries differently. The room has volume, not just area. The terrace, at over 100 square meters, becomes a true extension of the interior rather than an accessory. It's large enough to host, to divide into zones to actually use without constraint. And the garage at 60 square meters adds another layer of practicality that's increasingly rare at this price point. The refreshing needed note here reads differently when placed against that backdrop, because what you're really evaluating is not condition alone, but the relationship between condition and scale. And when the scale is this strong, cosmetic updates become leverage rather than liability. You're not trying to make space, you're refining it. 9 properties, 1 region, and at this level, the conversation changes, because once you've seen what $160,000 buys you here, everything above it recalibrates, not just in price, but in expectation. Space becomes the baseline. Privacy becomes standard. And the question shifts from what can I afford to how do I want to use it?